Okay, we're live. Good. That's good to know. Thank you guys for joining us. If anybody's there, we're running a little late because weddings are weddings and you know how it goes. But we're in the last stages here. We've taken all the photos and everything. We're about to get started, so bear with us for a few minutes. You guys will be staring at a beautiful background for just a couple more minutes, and then we'll get started. So looking forward. Thank you all for joining us. You know me, you know Kendra, Ben.
Hi, I'm Ben. You probably know me too.
Yeah, you probably do. Maybe you don't, but that's cool. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. I expect the wedding to start in about 5.
Live in 5 minutes.
I mean, live right now.
What will happen? I think I know.
So just leave it go.
Just leave it running. I'm getting married.
We don't need to. It's really just so that we can have all the hundreds of people. Okay. I knew it. I knew that wouldn't last. So they were like here. So is this the spot?
No, in front of the camera.
Over here? Okay. Yeah.
Maybe
then no, I guess I didn't know where you were standing.
Okay, I guess I'm assuming that camera needs to be looking at the writing.
Yeah.
Right?
And we're good.
And taunt.
Yeah, no, we'll get to that bit after we've got it facing the right way. If we turn it another few degrees, we'll get sunlight on the text. Like there. There. Well, there's now sunlight on the text, so.
Maybe a little bit higher. Sally, did you make this? I did make it. Beautiful. I had a feeling that was your work.
It was their attention to keep her too busy to interfere with the wedding planning.
Probably
So we've got a quick sound check to make sure you guys can hear us. I've got a tester in the back who's should be listening in. Just a quick sound check. We're good. I hear that you guys can hear us. So here we go. Hey, Monkey.
That's actually exactly what I was.
Wait, my God. This gate
All right.
Laugh harder, Jeremy. Laugh harder.
So, I think we should do this. Yeah. So, let's start. Welcome. Welcome, friends and family. Thank you all for being here on a day that many of us always knew would come, celebrating the love and bond between two of our very favorite people and making official the purest, most inspirational partnership I've ever seen. Max and Kendra, thank you for inviting us to share this awesome day with you. You are so incredibly good together, and they really are. I mean, when I talk about this amazing partnership, I'm not just saying, here are two people who fit together perfectly. I mean, I am, and they do, but it's a whole lot more than that. This here is a true partnership. It is a team. And from the moment they met, they've made each other better. They've grown together, and through doing so, have become amazing individuals. People who may not have blossomed so fully on their own. Through ups and downs, they've never failed to lean on each other, or to seamlessly shift to occupy whatever role is needed in the moment. When one of you is feeling beaten down, the other musters unlimited strength. When one loses sight of reality, the other bears the terrible burden of reason. And when one of you hasn't laughed all day, the other one is bound to do or say something goofy as hell. When I met Max and Kendra, they were a couple. They'd only been together for a few months, but I thought at the time that it had been years. So I wasn't the least bit surprised when I learned they were engaged. In fact, I'm pretty sure I had to feign my surprise when they told me. Wow. Wow. It was a little something like that, I think. I wasn't even surprised when they decided on, I say, adequate notice to move the ceremony up to today. Not surprised at all, but I was proud of them. I was overjoyed, I was excited, and now the day is here. So guys, honestly, I think you should get married. Like, right now. So let's do that. Max and Kendra have each chosen to write their own vows. I say each, but I guess that's a choice you make together, right? I'd be pretty disappointed if Kendra really poured her heart and soul out, just left it all out there, and then Max turns to me and he says, hey, can we just do that repeat after me thing? But that's not what's gonna happen. I digress. So at this point, Kendra, it is over to you.
Sorry, my fingers are so cold, they're not really reacting. Max, it's surreal to be standing here today because in one way, I felt like this day would never come. That I would never find myself deeply in love with someone who makes my heart sing every day. Someone who inspires me to grow to new heights. Someone who helps me love the world and myself more deeply. But it's also surreal because I feel like we've already done this. It's been 4.5 years and we know each other so well. I know what you're like without coffee, and just like you know what I turn into when I don't get proper sleep. I know how you will sacrifice for the ones you love, just like you know I'll always be there to take care of you after you've given your all to the rest of the world. I know you will never wash your precious knives in a timely manner, just like you know I'm physically incapable of removing my hair from the drain. But most importantly, we both know that what we have is precious and rare, that it sustains us in times of hardship and lifts us up higher in times of joy, and that when we work together, the impossible becomes easy. So today, I make one simple vow to you. Our marriage, our bond, will always come first. It will win against any foe. It will stand strong against any fear. And I will confront all challenges with you, with a head on, with an open mind and a full heart. In me, you will always find your closest friend, your best co-conspirator, your champion, and your paladin, your wife. This I vow to you on this day until my last.
Max?
It's a tough act to follow, babe.
I believe in you.
There are only a few moments in my life that I remember with absolute clarity, but even among them, the moment that stands out the most to me is the moment we met. In the very first moment, I felt the connection between us on a level of comfort, openness, and trust that I'd never experienced before. You compliment me exactly. You take challenges that look impossible to me and handle them with grace and poise. You make my life better just by existing, and you inspire me to be the best me I can be. To grow and reflect. You lead by example, and hold yourself to the highest standard while cutting everyone around you more slack than you cut yourself. Hi, Mike.
Hi. Yes. Yes. You're so a part of it.
Yes. Sit.
It's
Go boy. You've supported me through the chaos and change that's become a theme in my life for the last year.
Wait. There we go. Want it.
Baby's gotta be in.
And it's because of you that I'm strong enough to take leaps of faith that have paid off in wonderful and unexpected ways. You are my rock, my life, my love. My partner, my other half, my equal, and the light in my life. Waking up next to you starts every day with joy in my heart. And no matter how tough my day has been, the second I see you at the end of the day, all of my troubles are wiped away. I love you. And because of that, I have a few promises to make. I will love and support you as you continue to grow and learn. I promise to try to make the world a better place by your side. I will comfort you when you can't be strong, and I will lean on you when you can. But most of all, I promise to be your equal partner.
All right. Let's continue to ramp up the excitement. So we know Max and Kendra want to be married. They know they want to be married, but we do have to make it official. And they need to say it out loud. So Max, Kendra, please take each other's hands. I'll take this if you want. Kendra, do you come here freely and without reservation, your heart bursting, every cell of your being ready to give yourself to Max in marriage?
I do.
And Max, do you come here freely and without reservation, your heart bursting, every cell of your being ready to give yourself to Kendra in marriage?
I do.
Then, it is time for the rings. And we have those rings provided by tiny little, well, one tiny dog and one larger dog. So I know I've got one. Hey, there's a bag right behind you. If you all in the crowd and at home can just pretend that just two well-trained dogs just went right up to me and presented me with the rings.
Did you just imply Wicked's not well trained?
Two well-trained dogs. I got it. All right. So, your wedding rings are the outward, visible sign of the inward, invisible bond uniting your two hearts in love. They are also, and I may be the first to notice this, they're completely, totally round. No beginning, no end, no matter how many hours you spend trying to find one. And the reason I bring it up is because that is you, Max and Kendra. I mentioned earlier that when I first met you, you'd only been together a few months, but you already appeared to be deep in an infinite, nourishing romance. Well, now that's where you'll be whenever anyone meets you from this day forward. Deep in an infinite, nourishing romance. A partnership. And now, a marriage. Take this first. Kendra, repeat after me. With this ring,
With this ring,
I marry you and bind my life to yours.
I marry you and bind my life to yours.
It is a symbol of my eternal love,
It is a symbol of my eternal love,
my everlasting friendship,
my everlasting friendship,
and the promise of all my tomorrow.
and the promise of all my tomorrows.
Max, your turn. With this ring,
With this ring,
I marry you and bind my life to
I
yours.
marry you and bind my life to
It is a symbol of my eternal love,
you. It is a symbol of my eternal love,
my everlasting friendship,
my everlasting friendship,
and the promise of all my tomorrows. Well then, Max and Kendra, by the power vested in me by the Universal Life Church and the state of New Jersey, right? Just a shout out. I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Oh, yeah!
Now, Shelly, do you still have that thing we need to break?
I do. Oh, no, we didn't put that down.
We can do it now.
Max has a really strong foot and he's about to prove it. Okay.
Third dog.
Third dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am so very proud to present for the first time ever Mr. and Mrs. Kendra Mintz.
Alright, let's eat.
Manly man.
Oh, no, not Max. Oh, God.
No, I expected the waterworks from Max.
So thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for joining us. Where do we put this?
Oh, no, this is for the rest of the day. If you all want just to try walking under it, it's great. It's fun.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for tuning in.
Bye-bye.
Yay!
Where are we going?
What time?
What time is it?